We didn't get anything on the air, but we generated all this stuff. We pitched that to this guy, Steve McPherson. He was at ABC Touchstone at the time. He was at Touchstone at the time. And he was like, this is really funny. I want to try you guys to develop stuff for prime time. You know, all of our stuff was like too weird and insane for kids, basically. So we luck into another, like a 2-year deal where we're just sitting there coming up with ideas and trying to sell them. We, again, don't get anything on the air. We do produce this pilot called Clone High. It gets dropped by Fox. Like, we produce it for Fox. The guy who bought it gets fired. We go off into the wilderness of like lame-o sitcoms and start doing other stuff. Another thing that never happens, 12 months later, MTV calls and says, we saw your pilot. We are going to we would like to put it on the air, 13 episodes now. And we were like, that's great. There was like 6 months of legal shit. We had to get it away from Disney and give them a royalty, and they did us all a favor by letting us do it. And then we wind up, I don't know how old we are, it's 2001, so we're 26, and we have a show on the air at MTV, and we have no idea what we're doing. And we were lucky to have all of that time to incubate a style. You know, we'd worked with a lot of people, and we'd made, in making the pilot, we drew from the experience of our friends that we had met, basically, and we had met a bunch of like amazing show creator guys, and they were so generous. We somebody knew Seth MacFarlane, so we called him. We're like, how did you do your pilot? Like, tell us about it. And we had like a crazy crew on that pilot. We had like the best Emmy-winning production designer in cartoons helping us. We had another like amazing Emmy-winning character designer. We wound up with like a really cool storyboard artist, like through word of mouth. Another show creator, this guy Van Partible, did our timing sheets or did like cleanup on props. Like, I don't know what it was. We were so earnest and we were so nice that people were willing to help us, you know, and we asked the right people, and we pursued people that shared our taste, and we made this crazy thing. And then then we were in the position of like trying to, cast a writing staff, and we kind of went about it the same way. We read 100 scripts. So much of like our success was like from being paranoid that we were going to do it wrong, and thus putting a lot of energy into it. So we read 100 scripts, and we only liked, I don't know, like 12 of them or something. We're like, these things are funny to us. These feel like our style. And we met all those guys, and we're like, these 5 people seem like dicks, but these people seemed great, and we had fun in the room with them, and we all seemed to agree. And I don't want anyone who's going to like argue with me or be a jerk or undermine us or anything, because we're so young. We just want people who are supportive, funny and not a dick. And so we hired those guys and created like a little writing staff and kind of a little paradise where we had the attitude of, we're going to try to say yes more than no, and we're going to try to embrace the weird stuff that other people bring. And I would say that's been a pattern in our career. Maybe it comes from having to work together and having to constantly leave room for the other guy's stuff. But we found that when we're the most successful and when we're really on our game, we're embracing other people's contributions. You might say stealing and taking credit for them.